And today I am going to the Royal School of Needlework studio at Hampton Court Palace. Hello everybody. Oh, big bright shiny sun on my face, sorry. Hello everybody and welcome to a new vlog. I sort of alluded at this in my last video. I didn't say what I was doing, but today I'm going to be taking you with me on a day of work, quite an exciting day of work. So, oh sorry, it's very bumpy on the roads in the countryside in England. So for those who don't know, I am a features writer for multiple crafting magazines, one of which is Love Embroidery magazine. And today I am going to the Royal School of Needlework studio at Hampton Court Palace to interview a bunch of people and to put together a feature for the magazine. And I thought I would take you guys along with me. The lovely team at Hampton Court Palace are going to take me on a bit of a tour of the Royal School of Needlework, where people come from all over the world to come and train in traditional embroidery techniques. And the studio itself is where people work once they've qualified, and they have done things like Kate Middleton's bridal gown they embroidered. They did all the embroidery for the coronation for about 9 of the king's different outfits that he wore over that time. They've done the curtains at the Royal Opera House in London and just so many amazing and interesting things. So I really hope you guys will enjoy this. We're in the car now driving from Oxfordshire all the way to Hampton Court Palace in Surrey. So yeah, I'll pick up with you guys when we get there.
There's splits in the canvas here.
Oh yes, yeah.
So this is called canvas weave. So you're reweaving back. So can you see where it's broken and in some parts it's missing?
Yeah.
You're basically putting back in, reweaving the warp and the weft thread. So this is the linen thread that we're using. We put the grid work back in.
Yeah.
And then a bit like a jigsaw, we have to, using what's around, we piece back in the embroidery over the top. After we we had completed Her Majesty's Robe of Estate, because we've done several robes of estate for the RSN, historically we've created a sampler for our archive and our records.
Okay.
So when I trained as an apprentice, one of our modules was called Coronation Gold. And what you did was you had to design a piece of coronation gold work inspired by previous robes. So in our archive we actually have a sampler of the repeat border from the late Queen Elizabeth II, her robe, which I learnt from. This piece here now is the modern day equivalent. So this will be used by students, day classes. We've got some special classes coming up in the summer inspired by the robe of estate, because it just captures what was on the robe. The robes are now part of the Royal Collection Trust, so the robe of estate doesn't get worn again, it gets worn once at the coronation. So for us to have this to showcase the techniques that we used.
Might be a little bit difficult to see because it has been done with invisible thread. But yeah, so there's sort of two of our main kind of conservation techniques going on here, which is surface couching and then netting. So often the first thing we would try to do or look to do with something is surface couching. You can sort of see a little bit of it here. And you basically kind of lay a thread across, and then you put little couching stitches staggered along the length of it, just to sort of try and trap down anything that's damaged or fraying or around the edge of these holes. Because more often than not, the embroidery survives much better than the backing fabric. And so sometimes this is a really good example here. You can see the embroidery, where the embroidery is fine, but all the fabric in between.
You just end up with little embroidered motifs and nothing else.
So in this case, there's not really anything to work the surface couching into.
Right, okay.
So that's when we would sort of net it. So this is a really fine sort of conservation net.
Yes.
And we can sort of tea dye it or that kind of thing to help it match the background sometimes, because the idea, a bit like the invisible thread, is to get it to blend in as much as possible.
So my experience here at the Royal School of Needlework has really been very transformative, both in a personal level, but in a professional level as well. I worked with embroidery before coming here, but my experience studying 3 years of only hand embroidery really expanded my universe, and now when I think about my work and when I think about my designs, I can really explore and expand my vision to areas that I've never thought that would be possible before. So has really been very special and magic.
I'm working off my final piece right now. So I'm doing, my theme is all based on why red evokes, how red evokes emotion, and that is what my final piece is going to be about. So I'm doing a long sheer black dress, and I'm doing it full of red embroidery on a really sheer background. So it's going to be mostly deep reds, but with the highlights to contour the female figure. Using gold work techniques, tambour techniques and beading techniques throughout. Trying to keep a very natural, fluid pattern throughout my practice. You don't realise how long anything's going to take you until you're already too far in. And then you got to try to figure out how you're going to win back your time. Yeah, that's what I'm doing mine on.
Doing my project on the theme of exoskeletons, specifically like barnacles. And I'm in the process of making a bag collection based on these like natural forms, but it's gonna hopefully kind of end up looking like a very refined version of this. But yeah, this is just one of the 4 sections of the first bag.
So my final project for my degree is based around the theme ethereal. So inspired by palaces, religious buildings, mainly looking at the woodwork, and then translating the overall ethereal theme of, you know, something quite holy and godlike. And it plays with the idea of modesty. The embroidery, you're meant to have complete confidence and like safety with the embroidery, as it covers what you need.
So this is using old tin cans.
Yeah, so most with these bits up here, it's like
Yeah.
tin cans and like metal chains, and
Yeah.
it's just hand embroidered
Okay,
using gold work and just normal traditional techniques.
amazing. Hi everybody, I am stood outside the palace right now. I have had the most amazing afternoon. I very rarely actually interview people in person. It's mostly done on Zoom or by email, but when it's something like this, like seeing, you know, the Royal School of Needlework studio, you really have to go in person. I've not been able to show you everything on the vlog, obviously. You'll have to buy the magazine and read the article. It'll be out in a few months' time, but I hope you guys got a flavour of what's going on. It was really, really interesting. I'll leave all the links to both the Royal School of Needlework and the Royal School of Needlework studio in the description below for you. There's all sorts on there about, you know, coming for experience days, online study courses. You can come and study here for 3 years. I hope I got some of that in the vlog for you guys, so that you can learn a little bit about that in case anybody's interested in coming to study embroidery here. It really is the best place in the world to do it. Just so interesting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog of me taking you along with me for the day, and I will see you next time, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.